Welcome to lesson 2 of Pattern TA Mastery. In lesson 1, you learn how to spot basic 5-wave trends and 3-wave corrections. In this lesson, we're going to add to that layer that most traders completely missed: multiple degrees of wave counts. I'll show you how individual waves break down to smaller 5s and 3s and how they also still sit inside a larger wave structure. By the end, you'll be able to say things like, this is a wave 5 of a wave C of a larger 2 or B, which sounds a bit nerdy, but is exactly how we pinpoint high probability zones to take profits, protect capital, and prepare for the next big move. One of the key advantages with Elliott wave theory is that it has a fractal quality. And what that means is every wave has a lower degree wave count and a higher degree wave count, which allows us to have a stronger opinion of the market. So what does that mean? Well, the lower degree wave count, let's focus on that initially. So on the left-hand side, this wave 1. Wave 1s typically break down to a micro 5-wave structure. So we're talking about this as a lower degree 5-wave structure of the wave 1. So we'll call this a wave 1 of wave 1, a wave 2 of wave 1, a wave 3 of wave 1, a wave 4 of wave 1, and a wave 5 of wave 1. Sometimes this is very clear to see, and other times it's not. So on the right hand side, it's not very clear to see, but for this example, we will also draw it on 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Why this is advantageous to us is it allows us to really pinpoint buying and selling zones so we can make more money from the markets. Well, how about wave 2s? Well, wave 2s are a correction. So this is an impulsive wave structure. And within this 5-wave structure, there's two obvious corrections: wave 4 and wave 2. And wave 2s typically break down to an A, B, C correction. That's the minimum expectation. And we can see that clearer here on the right-hand side, where we had this initial impulsive move down, some type of wave B, and then a wave C over here. Again, it allows us to pinpoint the end of wave 2 by breaking it down to a lower degree wave count. Well, how about wave 3s? Well, wave 3s are similar to wave 1s, where they typically break down to a 5-wave structure. And this is going to really help us to maximize our profits, because if we are trading a wave 3 and we can spot a wave 5 of a wave 3, we know we should be looking to take profits at this zone over here. This is pretty clear to see on this particular wave structure. On the practical example, we have this initial impulsive move up, wave 1 of wave 3. We have a correction, a wave 2 of wave 3, another very impulsive move up, a wave 3 of wave 3, another correction, a wave 4 of wave 3, and then a wave 5 of wave 3. Again, when we see this part of the market, we know we should be looking to exit, especially if we manage to go long over here. Well, how about wave 4s? Well, wave 4s and wave 2s tend to be very similar to one another. And one of the most common ways a wave 4 breaks down is a typical A, B, C correction. Sometimes it has a complex correction, and we will be spending some time on complex corrections. But here we can see this initial move down, an A, B, C. And sometimes the wave structures are more ideal in some scenarios than others. But again, this gives us a real good feel for the market. And always remember, we are going to be using the other technical factors in line with 2 or 3 degrees of Elliott wave count. Well, what about wave 5? Well, wave 5 is again very similar to wave 3 and wave 1, where wave 5s break down to a 5-wave structure. So this will be a wave 1 of wave 5, a wave 2 of wave 5, a wave 3 of wave 5, a wave 4 of wave 5, and a wave 5 of wave 5. This is really, really important because it allows us to identify the end of a trend, and we can anticipate what's likely to occur before it occurs so we can make logical business decisions. And we can see this clearly over here on the right hand side. We got this nice wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3, a wave 4, and a wave 5 of wave 5. Well, what about wave A's? Well, wave A's can break down into 2 forms, either a 3-wave structure, but more commonly it will be a 5-wave structure. It will usually be a similar 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-wave type of structure. And we can see this pretty clear on the right hand side. We've got this initial impulsive move down, wave 1, wave 2, and we've got this nice impulsive move down. We call this a wave 3, a wave 4, and then a wave 5 of a wave A. It allows us to identify the end of a wave A correction, or part of the correction. The next is going to be wave Bs. Wave Bs and wave 2s are very similar, and often you're going to see us label charts as wave 1 or wave A, and that will be part of the more advanced training that we're going to cover. But more often than not, what we're going to anticipate is a clean A, B, C correction. Now again, there are a few different types of ABCs, and we will have a section on that. But here we can see we've got this wave A, we got this wave B, and we got this wave C. Now how about wave Cs themselves? Well, wave Cs can quite frequently be similar to wave 3s. In other words, they break down to a 5-wave structure more often than not. And we're looking for a clean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this is going to be one of the most important waves that we're looking to identify, a wave 5 of a wave C. Why? Because then we can identify the end of a correction, where we know if we do successfully get an end of a correction, the market typically continues to new highs, a continuation of the prior trend. So over here, we might have to zoom in a little bit to see it a bit clearer. We can see that we have this initial impulsive move down, some type of pullback, which is a wave 1, wave 2, a very impulsive move down, a wave 3, a wave 4, and what looks like to be a wave 5. So now we've got 2 degrees of wave counts. But what about the higher degree? Well, we want to have a clear opinion, and sometimes we will have a clear opinion and other times we will not. And when we do have a clear opinion of the market, we want to identify that so we can make business decisions and have logical expectations. So this whole wave structure, this whole big move, 5-wave structure, falls into a larger degree wave count. And this ABC correction falls into a larger degree wave count. And more often than not, it will be a wave 1 or A. Could be something else as well, but here I'm just going to label it as a 1 or A. And we'll actually label this and color it in blue so it stands out. And then this low down here, we're going to label it as, if I just readjust this text, as a 2 or B down here. 2 or B. Now, often you'll see me use a question mark, and the reason we use a question mark is because we want to be aware that the wave 2 or B is not confirmed yet, but now we have a clear opinion of the market. So what about on the right-hand side? Well, similar applies. We've got this nice impulsive structure to the upside. We've got this big correction, ABC correction, but it falls into a larger degree. So if I just type this onto the chart, we can write a wave 1 or A of the larger degree. And then at the bottom here, we'll type in a 2 or B with a question mark. And we'll just place that under here. So now what this does for us is it allows us to say, and these are the words you want to get familiar using, is that the current position of the market as it stands right now is a wave 5 of a C of a 2 or B. And this is going to be very, very important, especially when we go into the price section of this course, because we're going to have projections for the next wave. Well, if this is a 2 or B, well, what should follow? Well, it should be a 3 or C. But the main thing is that we are anticipating the market to go to new highs.
So now you've seen how Elliott waves are fractal. Every wave can break down into a smaller wave and sit inside a larger structure, and how that lets you pinpoint where trends and corrections are likely to start and end. In the next lesson, we're going to apply the same 3-degree logic to bear markets, so you can read and trade downward trends with the same confidence instead of only feeling comfortable when the market is going up.
Before you go, if you want to see how the pattern edge actually behaves over a full run of real trades, click the first link in the description. It takes you to my FastPass simulator. You plug in your starting balance and risk per trade, and it will replay my last 100 plus live trades using the exact framework. You'll see the full equity curve play out. That includes winners, losers, and break evens, not just the highlights. That way you get a realistic feel for the journey and what this edge can and cannot do for your account size. It's historical data only, not a guarantee of future results, but is the exact edge we use on our live desk every day. When you're ready to go deeper and unlock the full 4-factor framework, pattern, price, time, and momentum, plus live trading desk for 30 days, the details are on that page. Otherwise, click through to the next lesson in this playlist and keep building your pattern mastery.